Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie, and today I have an exciting video. I know I've been gone for a little while, but I'll explain why in the next video. But this video is one where I actually get to show you a product that I've used in the past and now I get to be an affiliate of. It's one of my favorite products, the Thirsty Earth Ollas. Now, I will link a video up above that shows what I did with the Thirsty Earth Olla System last year, but they sent me out some new cups and I want to show you the differences and show you how we set it up and talk a little bit about why I love this product so much. Now, before we show you the product, let's show you where I'm going to set it up. This is my side yard. It's on the south side, and this is where I am going to put my tomatoes. I usually plant tomatoes here. I have one of the beds prepared. Now, this is early April, so we are not ready to plant tomatoes yet, but I am going to get the system set up, the Thirsty Earth Olla System set up, so you can have time to look at the product, see if it's something that you would like to buy, and have time to get it set up yourself. So the first thing that I did is I've got this bed ready. I put more soil in it, and I'll link a video above that shows you how I prepare the soil in my beds. So I'm going to have an Olla system in here. And I'm also going to have an Olla system in here. This is also going to be tomatoes. This is my spinach that I've overwintered. I planted this last September, I think it was. Maybe it was actually October. And we've got some collards that are going to seed. But I will set this one up in a later video when we're ready to plant the tomatoes so that you can kind of see how it all goes together. Now, the other thing that I'm not going to show you today is how we set this up to my automatic drip irrigation system. As I said, it's October. I live in Utah Zone 6/7, and we still have the threat of frosts and freezes. So I'm not ready to bring out my timer here and all the equipment I need to make sure that this is set up. But we're going to be able to have my Olla system automatically refill, and it's absolutely wonderful. Let's show you over where I connected the system last year. So these are the beds where I had my Ollas in last year. They worked beautifully. We had them all connected to my automatic drip irrigation system. This line down here is connected to the drip irrigation system in my bed. And this is where I connected the Thirsty Earth Olla system. So when the automatic irrigation went off, it filled the reservoirs for my Olla system. So this is one of the systems that they sent me. It has everything that I need in it to be able to water one of my beds. Now, they sent me out two of these. I'm just going to show you this one because, like I said, I'm going to show you another video when I plant my tomatoes and we'll set up the second system. We just wanted to show you what the Thirsty Earth system is all about. I'm also going to put a link down below where if you purchase from that link, I will get a little bit of a commission and you'll be able to see all the systems that they have and all the information that they have about those systems. But I absolutely love it. So this right here, this is the reservoir, and inside the reservoir they have the cups. Now, I keep the little bubble packets that they send so that I can store them over the winter. But if you open it up, this is what the cup looks like. Now, they call it a Cotta cup. It's made out of a special terracotta. They've done a lot of research on it where it weeps water out of the terracotta. And it weeps it out in a plume around the cup. But if I remember correctly, it will weep water out about 18 inches where it is the most useful to plants. Now, it will weep water out further depending on your soil type, but the area 18 inches around the cup is where the water is most useful. Now, the tops that they have on these are new. Let me show you what the old ones look like. So this cup is one that I got last year. I stored it over the winter. You can see that it looks used because I did use it. It's the same height, same size as the newer cups, but let me show you the top on this. This is what the top looked like from last year. So I think this right here is a good upgrade. So this top right here has a little gasket that keeps it waterproof. So you push that down inside, and then you take the strap, and the strap was a little difficult to use sometimes, but you take the strap, put it around the bottom, and that held the top on. Now, I'll show you what these are for in just a little while, but let me show you how the other one works. So this is the new style that they have, where you just twist the cap off, and then you have the hole inside. So this is going to be a lot easier to use. I like the idea of twisting this on and off. So let's show you how we put these together, and then we'll go assemble it in my garden bed. So these kits come with everything that you need. You don't really need to go out and purchase anything else. But in here, We have several different caps. Let's pull these all out and look at these. Now I will show you how to set up the reservoir in another video, but we're going to show you how we set up the caps, and we're going to get those in the garden bed ready for, I think it's going to probably be about 3 or 4 weeks before we're ready to plant the tomatoes, and that's when we'll show you how to set up the reservoir and how to attach it to the automatic watering system. But I wanted to show you how easy it is to set up the Cotta cups. So the first thing, like I said, you have everything you need in this packet. The things that you need to set up the cups are the hose. This is a 1/4 inch hose. It's not the perforated type, and it's not the weeping type. It's just a solid 1/4 inch tubing, and they send this to you. You're going to have this little piece and this little piece. Now these I love. They're called quick connects. If you can see these little blue areas, if you push them, that's how you release the tubing. This makes it so it's all reusable and easy to use. So let's show you how you do it first. So I'm going to cut the tube that I need first. So we're going to cut 6 3-inch pieces. We're going to cut them straight across. And we're going to make sure that the hole is rounded. We're not going to let it be smashed. So we're going to cut all this tubing first and then be right back. So we cut 6 3-inch pieces of tube. We made sure that the holes are round and that it's nice and flat. It's not cut at an angle. So now that we've got the tubing cut, let's show you how we put these together. The first thing that we do is we seat this tube inside the quick connect. Now if I try to pull it out, it does not come out. But if I press the little blue, I guess you call it flange, the quick connect part, it comes out easily. This was what makes it reusable. So the next thing that you do is you take this little screw top, you stick the quick connect in it, you grab one of these little rubber washers and put it up against here. So now that is ready to screw into your top. It's now all watertight. And this cup is ready to go. So let me get the rest of them done for you. Now all of them are finished except for one, and this is the end piece. Now when it comes time to plant our tomatoes and get this connected up to the reservoir, when we fill these up with water, and when they fill up with water every time that the automatic irrigation system goes off, we're going to need an end piece for the last cup so that the water stays in the enclosed in the system. So this is your little end connector, and there we've got our end piece. So this is what they look like, all finished. Let's go stick them in the garden and show you how we connect them together. So now I've got them all set up in my garden bed. I always plant 7 tomatoes in these beds, and then I train them up to a single stem. So I decided I wanted to put 7 cups in here. The company suggests 6 would be perfect for this, but I am going to put 7, 1 for each tomato plant, and see how it does. Now I do have an automatic irrigation system in this bed, but I am going to keep that turned off for the entire year and see how the tomatoes do with the Cotta cups. Last year I had to turn on the irrigation when we hit the 100-degree temperatures. It was a really exceptionally hot year last year, but I only had to turn on the automatic irrigation when it got up to be around 100 degrees. So anyway, let's show you how we connect all these cups together and show you how easy it is. Oh, before we do that, the last one with the end cap is going to be right here. I want to put that at the very end. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to bury all the cups. Now we need to bury them up to this line. So just the top of the cup, we want to be able to have the portion that we screw off and on a little bit above the soil level, but we need to bury these. So let's dig a nice hole. It's really easy when you have raised bed mix. We want the entire cup buried. So we've got the first one buried, and I'll show you how they look after I'm done burying all of them. So now each one is buried up to the lid. You can see that. Now we're going to connect them together, and let's show you how we do that. So we're going to take our tubing, we're going to seat it into the first quick connect. Make sure it's seated in nice and tight. Pull on it, make sure it doesn't come out. Then we're going to take it over to the next Cotta cup. We're going to cut it to the proper length so it can be seated all the way in. Make sure it's nice and round, not flattened. And then we're going to connect it to the next one. So that's how easy it is. Each one of these cups is connected to each other, and they end right here with this one. Now in the next video that I do in a few weeks, when I'm ready to plant the tomatoes, we're going to connect a tube right into this area, and over here somewhere we're going to put the reservoir. So if you want to cut ahead and see what it's like to attach the cups to the reservoir, I will link the video up here once again, and you can see how we did it last year, because nothing is going to change other than the tops of the cups. The tops of the cups are a lot better designed this year, I think. So I would love to hear if you've used an Olla system, especially if it was Thirsty Earth, and what your thoughts are. I absolutely love the system. It worked beautifully last year, and I can't wait to share the adventure we have coming up this year. So hopefully this video has been helpful. If it has been helpful, I hope you like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.